Hi guys, in this video I talk about what I think could trend, and some of these things are older things that I think can make their revival to fit in with what's popular now. First up, I thought we could embellish a bag with belts. In my previous video where I talk about trends, I wanted to DIY a belt onto a headband, but recently I found some of my childhood belts and I think they'd be too thick to glue to a headband. So I had a great idea that they could be glued to a simple bag to make it more interesting. It's crazy how I think this is currently happening since I prepared this slide kind of long ago, but I haven't actually seen people talk about it as if it were a trend, because it's not really something revolutionary. It's just something I'm seeing more of. I'm still keeping it in this video because I'm bringing it up as something that's DIY-able. Since I basically correctly predicted the band style jacket trend that's currently happening, I thought the next step of that would to continue with the denim but in a new style this time. I think the next big focus will eventually be a denim suit of armor. These are some of the inspo pics closest to what I was thinking. What sparked the idea was this Gucci resort look I came across on Pinterest. The full outfit reminded me of the flower crown aesthetic. From this cropped photo I saw, it reminded me of armor, specifically in the shoulders. One revival trend I think could come back is the over-dyed jeans. Especially because everyone was a little bit obsessed with Hannah Montana just for a while. It's just a style I think I'd like, so I thought to include it. This version is a more soaked in color style, and it reminds me of the worn work pant trend with the paint splatters compared to the more recent version that's a slightly dyed and unusual color. It's just not the same thing. So I think the old version was going to come back maybe. Another revival is the side ponytail. I was watching Eyelet's It's Me stage performance and I was reminded about it. I was like, oh my god, why didn't I think of that? I think it could come back. I just tried it on because I perceived it to be a little out there as a concept. I don't think many people would like the idea of this, but I think it really suits me, especially with long hair and a slight wave. It really adds a lot more cuteness in general without being too childish like pigtails. I also thought about what if the high side ponytail was braided, but I think the regular side ponytail is the best option. This next idea I honestly chickened out of including in my first prediction video because it was during a time that I saw a lot of content basically hating on posers with this style. I'm still unsure about this mention, but I think that since guys are getting more open to less basic hairstyles, at least at the time, I thought that they could start taking inspiration from visual K hair. It's a step above that, more adventurous, but I think it can be toned down and maybe not as dramatic for everyone. But I think it has potential for some guys, especially those who probably already spend a lot more time getting ready. Moving on, I think boxer boots were already kind of a trend, at least, or it just didn't last long. But I understand since it's an awkward length to style outfits with. I think they're pretty cool in concept at least. I don't know how comfortable they'd be. I might be the only one who likes this lacy activewear style. What I mean by that is that I don't think this is even something people would be open to wearing casually, at least around where I am. I'm probably including it just because I like it, rather than it actually being a trend. It's like, stop making it happen. For the lacy activewear style, this is as far as I've seen it go in public. In terms of more mainstream popularity, it's been really subtle.